My name is Laraib Atta and I'm a new compositor working for DNeg TV. My background was quite strict. I came from a very conservative, strict family background, but I knew that I wanted to do art, something related to art in my life. So when I was young, I watched Pixar's Toy Story. And that is when I was so fascinated and amazed by the animation, and I absolutely loved it, and I knew it was something with technology and art. But then it was my brother who because he's a musician and a singer, and he was one day was like, why not you work on my music videos as a visual effects artist? And that is when I went into looking for courses, and I found one and I joined VFX industry. Yeah. When I first started, I was only 19, and I started as a roto artist for a small company based in Soho, working for commercials and promos. And the owner was a woman as well, and she was one of the nicest person I ever met. So for me, it was easy coming into the industry because I was comfortable with her, and it was my first job, and I absolutely loved it. And I was in love with. I was working really hard. I was doing overtime, but I was happy. When I started the course, I was the only woman and the youngest, but I wasn't intimidated. I was so focused. I loved my job. I loved my work, and I was like, I'm gonna do this no matter what. But then a few years later, I got married. I had family. I had my son. So I had a few years gap. But when I came back, I was struggling to find work. That is when I saw more women in the industry, and then they also built some programs and networking events for women. That's where I joined one Next Gen Inspiring Women program, and then I found I started attending some VFX women networking events. So that's where I met Louise Hussey, the producer at DNeg TV. I went up to her straight away, and I told her my situation, that I had a family, I became a mom, I had a huge gap in my career, but right now I'm struggling to find work, and I gave her all my details. I sent her my CV, and she interviewed me. She offered me an interview at DNeg TV, and then they hired me. So I've been working here for more than a year now, and I'm really happy. Yeah, it's been great. She was really supportive, and I'm happy to see more women now in the industry, and the supporting network there and programs that are being designed to help women. I was happy to see more women now this time, but still there's so much work to do, because I've heard some really scary stories that women have faced, and I think in this day and age that should not be happening at all. I think this is very sad, makes me sad, and I think this is something we need to work on. There's another thing I also heard, that women, they take up courses, they study VFX, but then after that they disappear. You don't see them in the actual professional industry. So I think that is something we really need to work on and help women and encourage them and support them to be. Especially where I'm from, definitely there's because I have been officially the youngest and the only woman from Pakistan who has come to this level and worked in films and TV at this profession. So definitely not from my country, and we don't have any institutes or proper courses back in Pakistan. There's literally no scope or awareness of visual effects in my country. In India, yes, but not in Pakistan. But yeah, I think we need to create more awareness and spread more knowledge about this work, because they are talented people, but just they don't know, and they don't have the direction towards VFX. Yeah, I think don't be afraid, don't be intimidated. Just stay strong, and don't let anyone bring you down, because if I can be that young shy girl from a small village in Pakistan who started so young in this industry, and I've ended up working in one of the best VFX companies here. So I think if I can do it, anyone can do it. You can do it, yes.